Well, good morning, guys. As you join us, I'm having a nightmare with the sim at the moment since the latest update, and the number of aircraft that I'm in, it just will not detect the HOTAS 1 flight stick that I've got. The thrust is all incorrect. I can't get any thrust on a number of aircraft. Just going to try it with the Boeing 737, the Pmdg 600, because that seems to be the most consistent. Just redoing the flight plan again. We're going London City to Manchester today. Just bear with me, I'm going to have to configure it all, put it into the FMC and everything, just so we can get a decent flight on the go. So thanks very much indeed for joining us here at twitch.tv, Tim's a Pilot and Jetstream TV. So what did I have earlier? I had a SAC B1 hotel departure for London City. So we'll go with a SAC B1 Alpha. And then the arrival into Manchester is an ILS 23 right. Just setting this up in the sim, guys, and that's going to be on an Elvo 1 arrival. Elvo 1 mic. Okay, there it is. Our cruise altitude today is going to be 40,000. That's fine. Real world weather. Let's click that to real time. Real world weather, real time. Let's hit fly, get the aircraft configured, and let's go. Not in the best of moods, guys. The flight sim is, since the last update, whatever they've done, I'm having serious controller issues, serious flight stick problems. Last few live streams have just been unbearable. So let's hope that Pmdg is the only aircraft that works properly. And thanks once again for your support, guys, coming along for the flight today. Right, going to have to get this aircraft configured quickly, and let's get flying. Limited time before I go off to work, so I'm trying to get just a quick hour flight in, so we can upload and keep the content fresh and daily. So, Echo Golf Lima Charlie, we are on the ground at London City, runway 27 by the looks of things. Let's just make sure the parking brake is on. Parking brake is on. Reconfigure that view firstly. Let's get the autopilot etc. on view. Thank you very much. That'll do nicely. Landing gear lights are on. Taxi lights are on. Check the exterior of the aircraft. We're in the Air Europa 737-600 today. Okay, so very quickly, let's get down into the FMC, let's get this configured. So, bear with me, sorry guys, sorry about this. We're going to flight level 400. That's the cruise today, we'll slot that in there. Cost index will be 15. Let's get that in the box. That's fine. RTE. So origin airport, Echo Golf Lima Charlie. Echo Golf Lima Charlie. Let's add that to the origin. In it goes. And Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, the arrival airport. Oh, fuck, bear with me, guys. Sorry. Echo Golf Charlie Charlie, Manchester, into the box. So, departure and arrival. So our departure today is a Saxby 1 Alpha off 27, selected, done, legs, that's fine, RTE, departure and arrival, again, ILS 23 right is what we're looking for. Here at Manchester, ILS 23 right, and we are looking for an Elvo 1 mic arrival. Elvo 1 mic, there we go, in the box, transition via MCT, selected, go to the legs, very quickly. So why is it doing that? departure and arrival. Departure 27 selected. Saxby 1 Alpha done. Route done. Activate done. Legs, right, that's more like it. Next page, Elvos will cover that. Saxby, so Saxby's our departure. Between Saxby, shouldn't have done that. What an idiot. Just go back again and redo that. Departure 27 Saxby, route, legs, next Saxby, there we go, Elvos, that's what we needed. So Hemel has to go in there. We've got a few waypoints in between we need to add in manually, so Hemel, that's Hemel Hempstead, that's going in the box there. Excellent stuff, straight after Saxby. Then we have Buzzard in the box. Olney, Oscar, Lima, November, Echo, Yankee. Hope you're finding this interesting, guys. Actually populating the FMC on the Boeing 737-600. Next we've got Welling. In the box, yeah, we'll select that one. Then we'll go next page where we've got the gap. After Welling we have Akupa. And we'll highlight that. And then we have Timpo. Tango India Mike Papa Oscar in the box. Elvos will copy that. There we go. Elvos is the arrival. Check if there's no discontinuities here. MCT to there. Dane, that's fine. Into the arrival. Okay, flight plan is configured. We'll hit execute on that. We'll just check the PFD. There's our route. All good. Right, now let's get that parking brake in. We seem to be just trickling along the runway there, which we shouldn't be doing. So configured for departure. Flight director on VS mode. We need to be going up at 2,500 feet per minute on the climb out. There we go, 10,000 initially, that's fine. We'll take it up to 260 knots for the departure. Okay, that's all good. Flaps are ready for departure, that's all good. Nose cam, everything's looking good here, guys. So I'm ready for departure. I think we should just get going. Throttle seems to be working anyway. That's a good start, isn't it? Let's just turn that TV down a bit. And parking brake released. I'll just go for a left wing view as we depart on 27 here at London City, so we can see the O2 Arena down to our left, being careful to avoid Canary Wharf and the financial district. V1, rotate just through V2 as we climb out from London City now. Let's say that's a positive rate. Gear up. Autopilot's going in. And the city of London beneath us on this very grey and miserable day, guys and girls. Throttling back to 75% N1. Just double checking the autopilot. Okay, Command A is selected, and LNAV, oh sorry, not VNAV, we want LNAV. Thank you very much. There's our right turn. Climbing at 2,500 feet per minute to 10,260 on the speed. Everything is looking okay on the departure. Just have a look out the window at London. This is how it should work. Honestly, problems with this sim at the moment since the last update, absolutely horrendous. Current time in the UK now 26 minutes past 11 AM in the morning. Flaps are now coming up. And the River Thames there off to the left as we depart London. Flaps 15 are coming up to 10. 5. And flaps 1. Don't need those landing lights anymore. Let's get them turned off. Landing lights are off. Taxi lights are off. Check the other lights we have here in the cockpit. Make sure everything's on as it should be. Lights. Anti-collision lights are on. Wing lights are on. All going smoothly on today's flight, guys. Just going to the cockpit now. We're going to flight level 400 today, so we'll climb up to 250. Increase the speed now as we are coming up to 10,000 feet. To 300 knots, and we'll increase the rate of climb to 2,800 feet per minute. That should get us up a little bit faster to the cruise. Okay, we'll just zoom in on the EFIS now. Heading direct Brookman's Park at 5.2 nautical miles inbound. We'll just check that flight discontinuity very quickly on the FMC because we had a bit of a gap on the flight sim. Looking at things, MCT for the arrival, Dane. We've got Trent in there. Saxby, Hemel, Buzzard, Olney, Timpo, Elvos for the arrival. No, everything's looking a-okay on the FMC. The magenta line on the PFD is all good as well. As we're just arriving at Brookman's Park now with a left-hand turn to Saxby. Ground speed 325 miles per hour. As we head Saxby and then direct Hemel Hempstead. 13,000 feet, 290 knots. Everything is looking a-okay here in the cockpit. Fantastic stuff. There's the captain's view. Terrible weather over the UK today. Look at that cloud layer. Ain't going to be good coming into Manchester, but you know what? We'll deal with it. aircraft just off the nose there, a couple of thousand feet below. And there's our right turn from Saxby to Hemel as we head north to Hemel Hempstead now. See if we can fix that bank angle on the plane, because it keeps just doing this bank angle thing. We just minimise the bank angle there a bit. Does that actually do anything? Doesn't seem to be. Anyway, this is what it is. Climbing to 25,000 feet now. Departed London City en route to Manchester. Thanks so much indeed for joining us here, guys, on the channel live on twitch.tv, Tim's a Pilot, and Jetstream TV on YouTube. Boeing 737, the Pmdg 737-600 today, the Europa version, as we make a left-hand turn as we track north, just on the outskirts of London now, Hemel Hempstead. Lots and lots of cloud cover, very rainy here in the northwest. I'm not too far from Manchester myself, and the weather's not ideal. We've got some we've got some cloud higher up. Let's get up into the cruise right now. Let's get up to flight level 400. The quicker we get up there, the quicker we can relax.
Bank angle.
Okay, and that's 40,000 feet in, set and running, climbing at 2,800 feet per minute. Just increase the speed by another 10 knots. That should get us up there a bit quicker as we make a right turn towards tracking direct Buzzard at 8.2 nautical miles inbound, and then we should swing light to the left ever so slightly. Got a 53 knot crosswind at 261 here, which isn't great. That will be affecting the ground speed. As you can see, we're only doing 377 miles per hour at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that. 50 mile an hour winds isn't great in the cruise, so there could be some issues en route. We'll keep our eye on that. See, there's some bumpiness already. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on that. 22,000 feet for 40,000. Lots of frame lag because it's drawing all of the weather in real time. Real world weather, real time over the UK right now, and it is shockingly overcast. Some really nasty weather, lots of rain, real amounts of cloud cover there on our way north to Manchester. As we clear 24,000 feet, heading up to 40,000, you can see how miserable it is outside, guys. That's what you're dealing with. The sun's barely breaking through and we're almost at 30,000 feet, so yeah, should be okay. Hoping it clears up a bit towards Manchester. So here's the map view right now on our route up to Manchester. Just departed Buzzard, heading direct only, Welling, Cooper, Timpo and Elbos, which is the arrival into Manchester. Let's just get that map on there now. That's 200 nautical miles. When we are around Timpo, I'm going to start the descent into Manchester, maybe even a Cooper, because we're at 40,000. Let's just get up to the cruise and we'll weigh it up. We're not going to be at 40,000 feet for very long on this flight at all. Fingers crossed, we should be down in Manchester in about 20-25 minutes, so a nice short flight. Would be better if the weather was a little nicer, but there you go, you can't have everything. Clearing up ever so slightly the higher we go. Just hoping we can get above this weather. Not looking good at the moment. No, it's not the best weather I've ever seen, let's put it that way, but you know, we'll go with the real world. It is what it is. This is what the pilots are dealing with in the real world right now if they were in our position at this particular point in the flight. We'll stay with the captain's view for the time being, around about 300 knots. Excuse me guys. Yeah, 30,000 feet, 10 to run. Just zoom out on the EFIS there ever so slightly. Let's just see where the arc is for the arrival at 40,000. There it is. So yes, reaching 40,000 feet just after Welling, between Welling and Akupa. Around about Akupa and Timpo, I'm going to begin the descent. It's saying by Elvos we need to be at 20,000 feet if you look here on the FMC. So probably best as soon as we hit 40,000. In fact, no, let's begin the descent now, because by the time we get to Elvos, which isn't too far away at all, it's only about 40 miles away, so we need to, I'm just going to start bringing the aircraft down now, to be honest with you. We're just going to have to avoid, we're just going to have to go straight through the clouds here. Okay, so managed to descend with 78 knot wind coming from left to right. Our ground speed's down to 309 miles per hour now. It's so windy. I'm hoping it's not bad for the arrival in Manchester. We'll get this. We'll get ourselves down to 20,000 here now on the managed descent. Okay, 20,000 is in, set and running, guys and girls. Just going to go on the VS mode there now, and we'll bring ourselves down at 1,000 feet per minute. Just see what happens there. I'm just going to increase the EFIS range a little bit so we can see when we are due to reach 20,000 feet on the descent. We need to be at 20,000 for Elvos, so we'll come down a lot faster than that. 2,500 feet per minute. Let's see what that does. If that green arc goes near Elvos, we are in business, guys and girls. Elvos 20,000, looking pretty good. Might need to increase the rate of descent ever so slightly. That should settle. We'll increase that to 2,700. That should bring us in directly on Elvos for 20,000, which is where we need to be. Just going to get rid of that 277. That's managing our profile and the speed nicely. Just going to step away from the cockpit, guys. I'm just going to put you into the captain's view as we descend down. Not much to see, lots of cloud cover. Quick toilet break, quick coffee. Back with you in 5. Enjoy the flight. Hi guys and girls, back in the cockpit now, sorry about that, but nature called and so did coffee. So as you can see how tragic the weather is here on our approach into Manchester. Very, very miserable indeed. Just have a look on the captain's view. Looks to be clearing up a little bit on the descent here now. That's slightly better, isn't it? So let's just have another quick look at the PFD. So reaching Elvos, we are at 22,000 feet where we need to be. Let's just check the FMC here now. Elvos, Trent, we need to be at flight level 80 at MCT, which is our transition altitude for the Elvo 1 arrival. 8,000 feet we need to be at by, is that Dane? Right, let's get 8,000 plumbed in. Let's continue the it's clearing up nicely towards Manchester. We've still got a lot of cloud cover there, but should be fine on the way in today. Okay, bringing it down to 8,000 on the control panel. 5,500 feet. Right, now then we need to just increase the EFIS range there now so we can see, decrease the EFIS range so we can see exactly when we're going to reach 8,000. We need to be coming down much faster than that. Let's do 2,500 feet per minute on the descent. Let's just check on the PFD again. So at Dane we need to be at 8,000 feet. You can see there it actually says FL080 on the PFD. Our green arc shows us when we'll get to flight level 080, which is just coming in nicely for Dane there now. We'll get to 80 just before then, so we'll go back up to the control panel and we'll just decrease. No, do we need to increase our level of descent? No, we don't. We need to decrease our level of descent slightly, don't we? 2,200. Let's see what that gives us. If we have a closer look at the PFD now, you'll see the green arc moving forward closer to Dane. And that should be just about right. We'll be 8,000 on reaching, that's fine, exactly where we should be. Terrible winds up here today, 64 knots coming across from left to right from 254 as we are 13 nautical miles inbound to Trent. That's the Stoke area of the UK, Stoke-on-Trent. 17,000 feet, descending to 8,000 now on the approach to Manchester. It's cleared up nicely. That should give us some lovely views as we fly in over the Glossop Valley and descend down to 23 right at the ILS 23 right at Manchester. Yeah, the weather much worse over London than it is in the northwest of England at the moment. It does seem to be clearing up nicely as we enjoy the views on our way down. That's much better, isn't it? Something nice to look at for a change instead of grey. Current time in the UK is 11:45 AM, 24th of March 2026. Thanks so much indeed for tuning in, guys. Really do appreciate it. Tim's a pilot here at twitch.tv, broadcasting live from the UK. This video going up on the YouTube channel Jetstream TV. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It doesn't cost you anything. All you've got to do on YouTube is search Jetstream TV channel and you'll find us. Your support is appreciated. Oh, there's big storm clouds over there. Look off the right wing. Wow. Just zoom on that a little bit. Look at them clouds in the distance, man. Real big weather systems knocking around. I need to figure out how to update the PFD on Flight Simulator so it shows weather and terrain. If anybody knows how you do that on the Pmdg, guys, I think it's through the FMC, but I'm not too sure. I do need to watch a YouTube video on that. So please let me know in the comments, if you could, on YouTube, how do I get the terrain displayed on the PFD, the primary flight display, and the weather also with the weather radar, in case there's any weather, as you can see off to the left hand side. On the right hand side of your screen now, some real high cumulonimbus clouds, storm fronts. Be great to get that in the cockpit on the PFD. I'll do some research and figure out the best way of doing that. Now we've just done a right turn at Dane. Let's just double check where we are on our route. Yeah, we're heading direct MCT now. Sorry, no, we're inbound Dane, 8,000 after that. Then we're at Manchester with a right turn out towards the Glossop Valley and ready to come back in for 23 right. Everything is looking good at the moment. Bear with me, guys, frog in the throat. I must apologise for this, guys. Got some throat issues going on at the moment. I think it might be a bit of a bug. 8,000 feet now, just arrived at our assigned altitude, 8 nautical miles before Dane. Absolutely perfect. We have 45 kilometre crosswind on the nose at 253, ground speed 310 miles per hour now. We've not slowed the aircraft at all. It's just this horrendous wind we've got coming from left to right across the nose. Quite thick and claggy over top of Manchester at the moment, so we're heading direct MCT after Dane. It's the Elvo 1 at Mike arrival into Manchester today. Auto throttle's doing its thing. You can hear the engines firing back up again. A few slurps of my coffee here in the cockpit, guys. Sorry that's offending anybody, but we need fuel, as does the aircraft. Yeah, heading direct MCT, we're at 8,000. Beautiful views. Really lovely sunny day above the clouds. The ground doesn't look so lovely, does it? Quite dark and moody, but that's rather a lovely shot. I think we'll go with a screen grab there. That could be the thumbnail for the flight. The video will pause if you're watching it back. Right, I need to check on the FMC here now, guys, just to see where we need to be at Manchester. Let's just check there. MCT, we need to be at 3,500 feet, so we need to come down. Let's get that done. MCT 5 nautical miles at 8,000. Let's get that down to 3,500 feet now. That needs to be at 3,500 to avoid any high ground over the Glossop Valley. And we'll bring that down at 2,000 feet per minute. That's going to get us down to 3,500 just on reaching the Glossop Valley for our turn back to 2-3 right, which is about right. 2,300 will make the vertical speed now. Absolutely perfect on the way in. Let's just bring our speed down now as we're below 10,000 feet to 250 knots. Sorry guys. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here live. Tim's a pilot here on twitch.tv with a right turn at the MCT waypoint directly over Manchester now, banking out towards the Glossop Valley for our return onto 2-3 right. When you do get breaks in the weather, absolutely beautiful shining on the terrain, really shows it off in all of its glory with the sun really lifting the colours nicely off the textures. And then we go into the doom and gloom. The weather and the cloud systems around here at the moment all over the UK really bad. We've had some bad winds on the way up. I think it was 74 knots on the nose of the aircraft, rapidly reducing our airspeed and making our journey down up to Manchester rather longer than it should have been. So here we are now descending through the Clag over Manchester and coming back out into the clear stuff again. Very satisfying, very aesthetically pleasing, even though the weather's not great. That's us levelling up now, heading out to the west. If we look off the nose with the captain's view, we can see there we are heading out towards the Glossop Valley, descending to 3,500 feet now. Can't go any lower than that because of the high ground in the Peak District. Check the map quickly now while we're in the cloud, and you can see here, there's the airport. We're out, tracking out to the Glossop Valley. We've got aircraft inbound, we need to keep our eye on them at this flight level. We'll just check outside very shortly, then we'll be looping back round and then back in for 2-3 right. Just keeping my eyes peeled for any traffic. No proximity warnings from the TCAS system, so... oh, there he is! Oh, wow! How close was that? Jesus! Oh! Tell me you saw that, please. Let's just check the next one that's inbound, because he's going to be doing exactly the same. That's okay, there's nothing near us. I think that's the closest shave I've ever had in Flight Simulator. Ever. Wow. Talk about a near collision. Right, there's our left hand turn now. Keep checking for that traffic. That's just totally thrown me. Got an aircraft coming in from the right hand side now. We'll keep our eye out for him. Again, that's looking like a collision course to me. This ain't looking good, folks. Let's make sure the FMC is doing what it should do. Yeah. So what we'll do here now, we'll just oh, hang on, there's our turn. Yeah, it's okay, it's doing what it should do. Let's just check that conflict of interests. No, he's behind us, that's fine. Only just by the looks of things. Out over the Glossop Valley now, the Northern Peak District. Passing over the reservoirs that we have in that area. This isn't looking good, guys, at all. Look at this weather. Not good, not good, not good. Right, I'm just going to get some flaps in now, slow us down. I'm going to slow us down to 200 knots. 200 knots in. Gear's not ready yet. Let's get some flaps in. Flaps 1. Flaps 5. And flaps 10. Okay, that's good for now. We'll get the gear down shortly. This is not the best approach I've ever had in my life. Let's just check on the map, see where we are. We should be heading direct Manchester now. Yes, that's us coming back in. Just here right now, north of the track. Should start bringing us in very slightly with some subtle left-hand adjustments. Might have to be an auto land this today. This weather's really not good at all. 43 minutes into the stream, guys. Thanks so much indeed. Twitch.tv live from the UK with Tim's a Pilot, and of course Jetstream TV on YouTube. Clearing up slightly now. Right, we're clear of that high ground. Or are we? No, we're not. We'll keep it at 3,500 for the time being. There's our subtle left-hand turn. Looks like it's clearing up slightly over Stockport. That's good stuff, that's good news. Just start to have that sun breaking through on the arrival onto 2-3 would be rather nice, wouldn't it, instead of the doom and gloom. I'm going to bring the aircraft down slightly. Okay. 2,500. The VS will do. Sorry, bear with me, guys. .000 feet per minute on the VS. I think at the minute it's looking good. We could possibly get away with a visual approach as we're just coming down over the last part of the Peak District now. It's clearing up nicely. This should be a nice arrival. There's the high ground. The high ground is off to our left, as you can see off the wing view there. We've just passed over the last reservoir in the Glossop Valley. Flaps are at 10 on the approach, slowing down nicely to 200 knots now. Yeah, it's clearing up nicely. It should be a very, very nice arrival into Manchester. Lovely stuff with the sun glowing through the clouds there now. Very nice indeed. This should be absolutely ideal for the approach. The city of Manchester off to our right hand side. Just slow the aircraft down to about 170 now. There's the runways directly ahead. Bring that down to 165. Bring it down to 2,000 feet. Vertical speed set. 500 feet per minute. Bringing us nicely in on the glide slope. I'm going to disconnect the auto throttle at this point. Auto throttle's coming out. Gear's coming down. Locked and in position. Okay, all set for the landing. Let's get the remainder of the flaps out. Flaps going to full. And we are fully configured for landing at Manchester, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
1,000.
a stall in there. Just got that engines back up, that's fine. Let's get the nose up a bit as we fly over Stockport, past Stockport County's football ground. Yet something to normally look out for on the arrival. I forgot I'd turned off the auto throttle then for a minute. I wondered why it was stalling. We're good at the minute, guys. Okay, it looks like we've got an aircraft on approach here, so need to slow the aircraft. There's Stockport County's ground off to the left at the bottom of the screen. Right, auto throttle's coming out, autopilot disengaged. I have control, manually flying the aircraft now. Very overcast over Manchester. We do have an aircraft on final in front of us. It is what it is. This is what air traffic control has assigned us, so we're just going to take it as we find it. Coming in to land at 23 right on the ILS, but being manually flown here at Manchester. Slightly drifting to the left there, we'll just keep an eye on that. We've still got some serious crosswinds that we're dealing with here, guys. Quite blustery. You can see the speed of the clouds moving ahead of us. Just keep this real. Getting blown off to the right slightly, and just need to pull this back in. Keep us so we can come down directly on the centre line. Wow, this is blowy. 1,000 feet, check. Looks like that aircraft's touchdown should be vacated by the time we're at the threshold. 500 feet coming up, decision height. Wow, this is very, very windy, this, guys.
$500.
500 feet, check. Decision is to land, continue.
400.
400.
300.
300 feet.
200.
The traffic on the M60 motorway there, 200 feet, clear, continue.
100.
100.
50. 30. 20. 10.
And welcome to Manchester, ladies and gentlemen. 13 degrees, overcast, and we will vacate to our first available taxiway. Very nice landing indeed. Yeah, that was a good flight, thoroughly enjoyed that. The weather wasn't great, but yeah, nice arrival. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I certainly did. 51 minutes in total from London City today. We'll just vacate and find the first available parking space as we do. Wrap things up for this flight, and thank you so much indeed for watching again at twitch.tv. I'm Tim's a Pilot, the YouTube channel Jetstream TV. Please be sure to give us a subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see when we upload content like this on a regular basis. Thank you so much indeed for your company and coming along for the journey. Okay, so let's head into the terminal. Take our first taxiway here. I wonder, without having them daft green arrows all over the screen, if there's any way you can actually find out what parking ramp you're supposed to go to, because it's always eluded me how you know where to park up unless you've specified it within the flight plan, because you can specify parking gates. But there is a little man with his little wavy sticks bringing you in normally on a specific gate. Just wondering how you find out what that is. If any of you guys know, please hit me up in the comments, throw me a comment, give me some advice. I'm not saying I'm an expert at any of this stuff, just thoroughly enjoy the sim and enjoy flying and taking you guys along for the ride. But it's been a particularly enjoyable flight, this one. Wrapped up within an hour, absolutely perfect, and we'll be up on YouTube later today with a couple of shorts thrown in for good measure. I'm going to park it up now. I'm going to divert off to the left, and we'll find a parking space on our left here by this business jet. And we'll just cut across to this taxiway, try and avoid all of these lights on the floor. And I think we'll just glance off to our left here, and we'll put it in the next available space. We'll just park it right here. There we go. And there we are at Manchester, guys. Get them flaps up, we don't need them anymore. That's all good. Just jump into the drone cam very quickly, as we always do on arrival. Showcase cam. Let's increase the focus, let's increase the zoom, and let's increase the speed. And we'll have a quick fly around Manchester Airport before we call it a day on the stream today. But here we are at the gate at Manchester. Engines spooling down. Weather really not great at all, is it, here at Manchester? Looks like we've got a 737 here ready to go. It's rather a nice shot, isn't it? The sun reflecting on the windows. Screenshot that as well. Well, there's nobody in the cockpit, so obviously not ready to go. And you can actually see the city of Manchester off in the distance. There are the skyscrapers as we look at the antenna on the tower here at Manchester. And there is Manchester city centre. Should we get a zoom in on that? Well, you can't zoom on this camera, can you? You need to do it manually, bear with me. I think we just have some ASMR for the last 4 minutes of the flight, and that takes us up to the hour mark, ladies and gents. But there is a full zoom into Manchester city centre there from the tower here at Manchester Airport. And you can even see the Hilton off in the distance, and the Pennines in the background. Lovely stuff. Well, there we have it, guys, with a slow zoom taking us out of the flight today. See what else we can see here. There we go. Rather a nice view, isn't it? Oh, whoa! Oh, we've got a 737 taxiing in. We've just had one fly over our heads and nearly hit the camera. Which is that guy there. He's just departing the runway. I think we could have a nice runway view for the arrivals here, just as ASMR for the last 10 minutes or so. Last 2 minutes or so. Don't know where this guy's going, but we'll watch him for a bit. Couple of minutes until the end of the stream, guys. Thanks so much indeed for coming along. It's been lovely as usual. I need to pull my finger out because I need to get off to work. Wonder if there's anything on the arrival. We'll check the map view very quickly with 2 minutes to spare. Oh, we've got loads coming in. Got loads coming in, guys. In fact, we could even go over to the other runway. Should we do that quickly? Let's do that. We'll get rid of that zoom, bit too much. We'll increase the drone speed. We'll fly over to 23 right, which looks like that where they're coming in on. Unless there's anything on finals here. Nope. We've got an aircraft on finals. Let's go back. Let's go back. Come straight over the top now. Should give us a nice view of the landing. So guys, at the 60-minute mark, thank you very much indeed for the flight, coming along on the flight today, London City to Manchester. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Please give us a subscribe, give us a like. It's always great to read your comments over at Jetstream TV. And from Tim's a Pilot here at twitch.tv live from the UK. I'll sign off and I'll see you on the next flight. Thank you so much indeed for coming along. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.